Welcome to the Daily Devo. My name is Jessica, and today we're talking about a moment of fear and how God responded. Today's passage comes after one of the coolest scenes in the whole Bible. Let me catch you up a little bit. Israel was caught up in a fake religion at the time. They were ditching Yahweh, our God, for the Canaanite god, Baal. Enter Elijah onto the scene, our main character. He is a prophet chosen by God to confront this deception Israel was falling into. He challenged Baal, declaring a drought that lasted 3 years and 6 months. To settle the score, Elijah faced off against hundreds of these fake prophets for this fake God and basically challenged their fake religion. After the fake prophets failed, Elijah stepped up. He prayed a simple prayer, and the fire of the Lord fell from heaven. The Lord won the battle through Elijah that day. Let me say this again. Fire fell from heaven, and it consumed all of the fake prophets. This was a huge moment. So let's see what happened next in 1 Kings 19. When Ahab got home, he told Jezebel everything Elijah had done, including the way he had killed all the prophets of Baal. So Jezebel sent this message to Elijah. May the gods strike me and even kill me if by this time tomorrow I have not killed you, just as you killed them. Elijah was afraid and fled for his life. He went to Beersheba, a town in Judah, and he left his servant there. Then he laid down and slept under the broom tree. But as he was sleeping, an angel touched him and told him, "Get up and eat." Then the angel of the Lord came again and touched him and said, "Get up and eat some more, or the journey ahead will be too much for you." After this victory, Elijah was not prepared physically or emotionally to continue this fight. It was easier in that moment for him to run away and God to use someone else. Self-doubt, exhaustion, loneliness, depression, and even suicidal thoughts are possible after a mountaintop experience. But God gave Elijah just what he needed: rest and food and encouragement. And in no time at all, Elijah was ready to return. See, serving God can be challenging. You can give everything you have to serving God and end up exhausted. Right after such an incredible display of God's power and Elijah's obedience, Elijah received death threats. In a moment, he forgot everything that had just happened. And in choosing to flee, he shifted his focus from working for God to worrying for his life. See, Elijah did a very human thing. He let his circumstances overwhelm him. His eyes were full of fear. And God, knowing and loving Elijah, gave him exactly what he needed: encouragement. God removed Elijah for a time. He got benched, so to speak, so he could rest and spend time with God. When he came back, he was rejuvenated and he was refocused. Henry Blackaby said this: "If you are overwhelmed by kingdom work so that your focus is no longer on God, but on all the things you have to do, then let him comfort you. Listen to his gentle voice. God knows exactly how to encourage you. Let him." As the angel pointed out to Elijah, the journey ahead will be too much for you, and it's too much for us to do on our own. As the great Leslie Knope said from Parks and Rec, no one accomplishes anything great alone. So let God encourage you. Lean on others to support you. For me, I'll ask people to encourage me when I'm feeling discouraged. I'll share with safe people real worries and insecurities and problems so they can speak God's truth into it and into my heart. And doing so, my people point out things that I can't see because my eyes are too full of fear, like Elijah's were. But even when we can't see ourselves clearly, God always sees us, and He provides exactly what we need. If you're in a tiring season, I want to encourage you and me to ask God to provide exactly enough what we need for this moment today. We don't need to rob tomorrow's worries. We can be where our feet are, and we can trust that since God's shown up before, He will do it again. God doesn't lead us to places where He will leave us. Thank you for watching today's Daily Devo.